Hi, Katrina here from Scrappy Horses. Welcome to my channel. If you've not been here before, then I extend a warm welcome to you. And if you'd like to hit the subscribe button, feel free, and then you will have the opportunity to see more videos. And if you've been here before and you have already subscribed, thank you and welcome back. Today, I want to share the folder that goes into the system in my lapbook journals. Now, this particular one is a journal that I made for myself, and it looks very much like another one that I did for a rescue. And if you'd like to see that video, in fact, there are several videos, I will link them in the information box below. So you can check those out and go look at those videos. There's a video that gives you a flip through, and then if you're interested in making them, there are a couple of videos on how to make the actual book. And then there's one video on how to make the structure of the book before decorating. So you can find those links in the information box below. Let's take a look at this folder. Very easy construction. No Cricut cuts, nothing like that. Very simple to do. I took 2 pieces of cardstock and taped them together using washi tape. And that's what you can see right here. The outsides are printed using patterns from polka doodles. Here's the washi tape that I used to put them together. Now this paper was just a leftover strip that I sliced across with a paper cutter. Then I used a hole punch and just half of it to put in those little half circles. I brought in some shimmer tape to go across the small pocket and just taped it over and wrapped it around to the back. Now I'm going to use the long one across the left-hand side to create a long pocket, and the smaller rectangle will go on the right-hand side to create a pocket for smaller things. I'm using an ATG gun just to put a little tape on there, and then I'll also put some fabric tack along that. If you've watched any of my prior videos, you know that if I'm not quite sure that I'm going to be able to place it exactly, I use glue not only to reinforce the stick power or the sticking ability, but also it gives me slide room. Therefore, if I don't get things lined up exactly, I can slide it around a little bit and match things up exactly. This seems to work well for me, since I never seem to place anything correctly the first time. I'll take this opportunity while you're watching me smear some glue here. I don't need to talk about that. You all know how to smear glue onto tape. To talk about the lap book itself, this particular journal lap book I made for documenting our journey with our dog Luther. Luther is a German Shepherd puppy that we adopted back in February. He is pretty darn cute, I have to say, and we've enjoyed our time with him. I thought that this book would be a great way to document our first year with him, keep our vet records, document some things that we've purchased for him and some of our training sessions and such. So that is the reason for this book. And again, in the information box below, you can find all the information about making the lap book. But you'll also see that this lap book is a little different than that book. So you'll see at the end of this, you'll see some pictures of some things that I did differently in this lap book than the book that I did prior. Okay, now you've seen me stick in the pockets on the left-hand side and the right-hand side. Just simple pocket construction, glued and taped just around the edges so that I can put things into these pockets. I'm putting on a little card here just for decoration. I thought that was a cute little sentiment. The road to my heart is paved with paw prints. Isn't that cute? And right now I'm putting a little bit of fabric tack onto that little wooden star. And I'll be adhering that onto the tape. And I will say that fabric tack holds wood to shimmer tape quite well. So if you're wondering how that stuck, it adhered beautifully. Very well. Okay, on to the next step. I decided it looked a little bit bare, so on my desk was just a little bit of burlap ribbon that was left over from another project that I cut off, and I thought, oh, I'm just going to cut a little snip and stick under there. That'll be cute. I always like burlap, so again, I'm just using a little fabric tack, and I'm just going to stick that right under that sentiment card for a little added texture. Now you might be wondering why in the world you would want these folders in your lap book. I use these folders to put vet records in. I can add pages to write stories. I can put receipts in here, just things that you might not want to put on your regular pages. I use the big pages, the heavy pages in the lap book for pictures and decorating and that kind of thing. Inside these journal systems, I put things that maybe I just sort of want to hide away a little bit. For example, vet records and such. You'll see here that I'm showing how you can slide these in. For example, right here. Here are some vet records that I'm going to stick right inside of here. And now you're going to see how I can stick that right into the system. There are those threads there that we put in, and I can stick that right in, and those are hidden away. I plan to do some more videos and show you some ways to use these folders inside the systems. There is no wrong or right way. I'll just be sharing the way that I'm going to be using them. You can feel free to use them however you like. All right, so here is a close-up of the actual folder. Just a still shot. Here's a picture of the outside of the cover on my particular book. You can see I've personalized it with his name, and I've added a buckle with a button and a little paw print rhinestone and some burlap, and put some charms down the side. These pages are very much like the book I did before. I did add some paw print ribbon there. And these pages are also very much like the ones I've done before. I've stuck a few little goodies in there already. Now this first page is very different than what I did in the book before. I felt these embellishments really would tell our story well on this first page. Again, I'll probably video this later and show you the photo that I want to put in there and how I decorate this. This page is a little like what I did in the book before, but I added some different embellishments. And here's a close-up of the charms running down the side of the book. Thanks so much for joining me today. It's always great to have company over on my YouTube channel. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.